finesse the source. I'm master the course, and I'm still alive, man. Jesus walks. Yes, what's good, people? Myself, man, like Rage, back with another episode for you lot, back with another video for you lot. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, it takes 1 second, and keep up to date. Let's go. Alright, so I came across this clip online. I was on Instagram and I saw this clip of this guy who's been deported back to Africa, Congo to be precise, for indulging in street activity and just gang culture and all of these things. And obviously we're from different areas, but very close by. I'm from Tottenham, he's from Enfield. Enfield is like 10-15 minute drive, you know what I'm saying, depending on the time of the day and the route you take. You could probably get there even quicker. So let's get into this clip, because I'm going to tell you a little story about, you know, a gang that was from that same area, which I believe he was a part of, and how things were growing up and how mad life can be now. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into it.
We'll come back again. As I said already, welcome to Messina, where I don't really know how to explain it. I'm showing a lot of people, a lot of youths, like our age, people younger than us, what they're being through and that. Like an example, we're in 2026, but look what one of my friends does, just so he can get a little money, so he can feed his kid.
You man talking about hustling, this is a real hustle.
You know, let's PlayStation 2.
Now, I've been to Africa a few times over the years, yeah? Because man's African, innit? Man's from Africa. And I've been there a few times over the years, and it's like, when you go there, from how everything is here in the UK, when you go there and you go to certain parts, it's like you've just gone back in history. Like the underdeveloped roads, the way some houses look, the way the electricity still cuts off at certain times if you don't have a generator and all of that. The way sometimes you might go into an establishment and the tap don't work, like there's no running. It's like you're going back in history. You know, understand what I'm saying? Just the way it's laid out and it's presented. And what he's just showed there, I remember going back to my grandma's town, and there was a guy that had, I think it was the front of his house, and he had done the same thing. He'd put like, I think it was 7 PlayStation 1s or something like that, and some big back old TVs there, and the kids will come in there and pay to play the games. And I'm thinking, raw, like, we got PS4 and all that, you know what I'm saying, and all these new consoles and wireless controllers now, and they're sitting there wired with the controller plugged in, playing the games, and it's low dim as well, because it's not, you get me, like, there's low light. It just looks like you're in the trenches, you know what I'm saying? But people are having to come up with these creative ways to make some sort of money just so that they can eat, because over there it is difficult. That's why everyone's hustling. That's why when you see videos of people going into places like that, there's always people surrounding them, like, fascinated. They may not even know who the celebrity is, but they'll be there just in case something could come of it. And then sometimes, you know, when the celebrities are throwing money and they're all going mad, trying to grab the peas, fighting for peas, because it is not easy out there to make bread. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy out there to go and get a job, to start a business. It is not easy, like the hoops that some of them have to go through. And there's so much people that need work and need money. So I understand how the struggle is.
You know, the owner of it is Danny, Dante, that's my brethren there. But I just want to show everybody, bro, even if it's hard or not, just hold yourself on that, because the system will fuck you up.
Yeah, but forget the system first, innit? What we gotta be real with ourselves as well, my guy.
Boy.
So what would you tell the youth to not make the same mistake, fam?
I'll tell them, I'll say, bro, I was doing everything and that, regardless, and I was raised up in care. You know, the system raised me up. But look where I am. You know, it's like, I don't have nobody here. I don't have nobody in this country. All I have is my friends, and when they do come over here.
And that's what's rootless about this as well. Like, people are getting dipped back to countries that they were born in, but no one lives there anymore. They don't have no family there, no friends, they don't know nothing. They're just putting people on these flights, on these planes, and saying, look, that's where you're from originally, that's where you was born, you're going back there for these crimes. Do you understand what I'm saying? And it's like, some people go back there and they don't know nothing about the place. Luckily for him, I know he understands the language and speaks the language, but a lot of people don't even understand their language sometimes, because there's a massive disconnect from them being in the UK since there was like 2, 3 years old as a little youth and never been back, not once. Then they commit a crime, go jail, then they just send you back there. And like, you're that country's issue now. Whatever country it is, it's their issue now.
They help me out, and some of my little brothers, when they do come and that, a little help and that.
Right, bro, hold on.
Boy.
You man done gang, yeah,
I've
with
done,
the man them. One sec,
boy.
You done gang with the man them. How much of the man them are really checking for you into this country?
Absolutely got nobody. I only got 2 friends, which is my brother Cedric and my other brother Tango. You know, like boom. When Tango comes over here now, he try and bring me a little slipper, a little trainer, I know this and that, but just to help me up and keep me confident. It's not about just money or listen, Zilla some money. No, it's not about money. It's about hearing my people, you know.
The reason I ask you that, because a lot of you think that when they get dipped, dog, you get me, the man them gonna be gang and support. You understand? Family.
You won't have nobody. You won't have nobody. I've been to Pentonville prison. I've been to a lot of people. I've been to Oxford, you know, prison. I've been Newport prison. I've been everywhere. Norwich. Do you know what I mean? And I had a lot of friends. Like me, I got a lot of friends in London. I got family. But I don't see nobody.
And that's the crazy thing about it. Like, people think that some people are going to be down with them, rolling, riding for all these years. You're thinking, yeah, these have been my bridges. You just expect people just to have your back. But when you get into predicaments and situations like this, and then you find out who's really got you, who's really your brethren, who's really down, but by the time you realize that, it's way too late. Now you're thinking about, if you could go back, you'd make better decisions. But the thing is, man shouldn't let it get to this. You understand what I'm saying? But I understand certain people don't have the right guidance, they don't have the right people around them, they don't have the knowledge and the information. And then that's why you end up in predicaments like this. To think about it later on down the line, and then you regret some things but like he was saying, he was raised in the system. Do you understand what I'm saying? So he probably didn't have a real support system. He didn't probably feel cared for and loved from young, and was being guided and being told, do this with your life, do that, and was probably just left to his own devices. Because I'm sure there's a million people that's gone through similar scenario. Do you know what? I remember back in the day, there was bare people at one point that was getting dipped back to wherever they're from. I know man that got dipped back to Africa. I know man that got dipped back to Caribbean. I know man that got to bare different places, you understand? And even till this day, they can't even get back into the country. So they've just had to make it work.
Why? Because
if you had a chance, brother, to go back to London again, brother, and do this thing again, fam, would it be gang?
Ah, man, I don't know about that no more, man. You know, I don't know about that. For me, even to get a knife and put butter on a bread and that, I can't really touch a knife, and I gotta get a spoon. Because my life was about knives and all this and that, with friends, having friends around me. But boy, I got deported. I don't have no friends.
Alright, so
I don't have the friends I was rolling with.
You man hearing that, yeah?
Where are they?
You're hearing that, yeah?
Where are they, my brother?
We'll there, we'll do that later on in it, yeah?
We'll pull up over here.
You saying your neck of the woods, money?
Yeah.
Give him a ring.
Just look at even when they're walking through here, just look at the floor, just look at how it looks. You gotta watch your step, literally.
Breathe down.
This is the neck in that, bro.
Yeah.
You know, I've been saying Lingala, but I rather say in English. This is the kind of life that man's living.
Come on.
You feel me?
Yeah.
They say, what don't kill you makes you stronger.
Come on, dog. I'm hearing you.
Inshallah, Allah knows best for anybody.
Allah Akbar.
Come on.
You know already.
And that's what man always doing now. You know?
Hey, I'm getting a real footage, bro.
Exactly. Exactly, my brother. This is what I want to do. I want you to get everything on that. You know?
Say less.
This is Messina. Where it all gets down.
Come on.
You know?
Come
you
on.
start from the bottom till you reach up and that. We know already a lot of Messina people from Messina, and they're all in London.
Hey, you sat there, fam, that feel like you're living the ghetto life, cause this is the real ghetto.
You get me?
This is the real ghetto.
That man's living.
You don't want to end up here, you get me?
You don't want to end up here.
Trust me.
You don't want to end up here, man. This is my 9th year.
Come on. What is it, 9 years already?
Yeah, 9 years, my brother.
Yeah?
You know, next year I've done 10 years and that.
All right.
Don't trust the system.
Come on.
Don't trust the system, because once you trust the system, we'll come back again.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, he's been there for 10 years now. So it's even mad how quick time flies, because there's man that probably got sent back in 2015, 2016. And if man think about it, they've been there for 10 years too as well. And to us, we just get on with our lives. We just, get me, life just goes on, we're just living life. But for them, they're probably in a whole different headspace thinking, blood, I need to still get out of here, or they're just making it work and finding jobs, starting families, just getting on with it. But for a lot of people to adjust to something like that, bruv, it's not that easy and it's not that straightforward. Now, I'm from North London, Tottenham, and I remember back in the day there was a gang called DA, which stood for Them Africans. And as I remember, it was just loads of Congolese, man, which I believe was part of his people, them. You know what I'm saying? Loads of and every man obviously was all in the same area. So we used to hear about them, man, they're moving mad. Some of them was crazy, some of them was this, some of them was that. Me personally, I didn't really have too much encounters with them. Not many encounters with them at all. So I can't really say too much story times, you know what I'm saying? But they was about and they was active, you know what I'm saying? And I believe a few of them did get shipped back, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it was only him. I think there was a few others as well when certain things happened, and it was just crazy. But you know, over time things start to die down, and eventually it's the end of an era. Now, there's so much people, young youths, young men them that are in gangs now who are gonna be finding out stuff the hard way, because a lot of them are stubborn, don't want to listen, and they think they know best. They just got to go through it, and that's the sad thing about it. As much as you would wish you could save them, but you can't save them all, because some just believe they know what is right, and they believe what they're doing is cool. It's cool, and it'll be all right in the end. Later on, what happens is we find out that they're going to jump up with their own story to tell and regret it, because I've never seen no one do gang and go through all the madnesses and say, yeah, it was cool, it was the right thing to do, let's just, you know what I mean, let's just keep it moving. And it's funny because none of them have most likely heard a story like that either, but they still do it and still go through it and still think it's cool until it goes pear-shaped. But what do I know? I'm just one of them bloggers, them blogger guys, you know what I'm saying, YouTube guys. But it's a serious thing, man. If you got youths out there, brethren, brothers, whatever, try to have that conversation so that they don't have to learn the hard way, you know what I'm saying? Because we got to protect ourselves and we got to stay safe and stay protected, you know what I'm saying? I've linked it below. Grab something and support the channel. But with that being said, myself, Rage, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Remember one thing only: God is the greatest. And oh yeah, stay protected.
Jesus walks, them man close the mouth when I speak. I got the keys, voice of the streets.